I am just a T-bone kind of guy. Love that T-bone.
All right, I'm back. It's what is it? February 3rd, 2024. I realized I keep saying I'm back. Like, to me, it feels like I'm back, but it's not really back. Like, I didn't come from anywhere. I don't know. I don't know how to do this stuff, but I keep saying I'm back. But like, back from where? I don't know. Just gonna roll right into it. I'm tired. Every day is like 6 a.m. or earlier start with a little kid. Do all kids? At what age do they stop getting up at like 6 a.m. and 5:45 all the time? Is that like 7? That feels far. That feels really far away. I don't want to think about it. I'm just going to let it happen. Gonna roll right into where is this guy? Oh, here we go. What is it? Gravy Seal. Perfect. I gotta mute it because he has really cool like country rap music behind it. What are these guys training for? Like, what? I mean, God bless them, but I could watch this stuff for minutes. Yeah, he's got this is his whole thing. Is it like zombie prep? Yeah, see, there's zombies. Of course. I like the spirit. I like, if it's, maybe that's his hobby. This is what, he's getting cardio in. He's, he's recording it all. So he's like, he's got like some tech set, it's fun. He's fun. He's having fun. He's got an awesome clear vest, like mesh vest, like the bad guy from Total Recall. I'll try and pull a picture of that guy. Yeah, there's not a shortage of these types of guys. But this dude really, he's got knives too. Of course he has knives. Yeah, no, it's the commitment. I like the commitment to just, he's not embarrassed about it. I mean, he's broadcasting it. He's like videoing it. Like, guys, check this one out. Have you seen my last one? I shouldn't talk. I shouldn't throw stones, I guess. But, it's, the commitment to, I don't think it's a bit. Is it a bit? I mean, he seems, my military training 24/7, maybe he is ex-military. So I'm not crapping on that, but just it's silly. It's silly. All right. This one has the top. I wish I could play the audio. Yeah. They all have, like rap rock behind it. Or like whatever what is that? Where it's like country and rap had a illegitimate child that neither one of them wants to take care of, but there's a bunch of them. Rap rock? No, Kid Rock was rap rock. This is like, I don't know. Is that just modern? Is that what new country sounds like? I don't know. I'm not going to find out. Yeah, it's the, I don't know. Maybe I'm spending too much time. I mean, I could watch this for a really long time. I probably have. So, that's Gravy Seal. Check him out. He's killing it. Next up was, this blows my mind, but not really. Cooking. I know I watch a lot of cooking videos, apparently. I used to watch, what was it? Great Chefs of the U.S. on Discovery Channel as a kid. It was like Great Chefs of the World. That show was legit. This is not.
You love delicious hot meals,
legit.
But recipes can be time-consuming and complicated.
Uh-huh.
What a mess you're left to clean. But imagine if you could make dinner with no pots and pans. Hi, Kathy Mitchell here with Eat This Book, my new collection of recipes that you prepare and
this is where it gets
on a page from the book. It's dinner
underwhelming.
made easy. What? Just tear out a page and put the ingredients right on the pictures. It's that
8
fold
pieces of
and bake
spinach. That's going to be like 2
delicious
bites.
meal every time, guaranteed. The parchment paper pages are a foolproof way to make the perfect meal.
So this goes on for too long. But yeah, it's a cookbook. I thought it was a gag because, I mean, I saw it on probably Instagram or Reddit. It's kind of where it's my lanes. It's real. I'm not going to order one. I'm not spending money on it, but she's not kidding. I thought it was a bit.
Or choose another page.
What does she
Start with
say?
boneless chicken thighs. Then fill the spaces with frozen peas and ham. It's like coloring with food.
There it
Cover
is.
with cream of chicken soup and
Coloring with food. No, it's not.
grated Swiss cheese. Then feast your eyes on this. Now that's comfort food. Forget measuring. Fill the pictures and your recipes will turn out perfect every time.
I mean,
it really is mistake-proof.
if you're not
and
into
fun
cooking,
for the
it's-
whole family.
it's like-
And don't forget dessert.
What?
Watch.
I
Fill the
won't.
page with your favorite berries. Then
Yeah.
make a crumble with ginger snaps and butter. Spread over the top and bake. Then reveal the sweet surprise inside.
How is it a
Wow.
surprise? Like you just put it in the thing. You just made that. It can't be a surprise. If this works for you, then awesome. It seems so silly. 50 recipe pages. One of the comments was like, well, it's a great way to sell books, because if people buy it and use it, then they get a bunch of, they're going to eat the book. They'll have to buy another one. This feels like something that comes around like cyclically, like every decade that there's a book like this specifically. I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to look it up. What is it called? Parchment paper cookbook. I bet that there's more than one hit. Okay, so get out of here. There's more than one. Oh yeah, Martha Stewart. No, okay, but this is talking about parchment paper recipes. All right, I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but I will later. Over 200 dinners. If it's only 50 pages, how do you get 200 dinners? I'm overthinking it, but it's it's creative. I have some fear of eating ink, but like we eat squid ink, we eat ink. Yeah, food coloring is ink. Duh. All right. Well, I'm still not buying it, but there's something about it that just feels insane, but I like it. And it has an 800 number. What are you going to order by phone? Yeah. Man, isn't that crazy how fast like ordering something by phone kind of went away? You still have to do it. The cable companies make you do it. The gym, you want to cancel a gym? I had to fax something once to cancel from a gym. It was a long time ago, if you can believe that, saying that I don't go to the gym enough. But yeah, I remember I had to fax something. That should be illegal. It's like, if they force me to send a carrier pigeon, I just can't cancel the membership. I just have to keep it forever because I don't have the pigeons trained right. Let me email it. Let me just call and just say I'm not going to the gym anymore. Weird. Yeah. So that's the Eat This Cookbook. AI. I did some AI stuff on the last one. There's AI. There's some cool uses for it. I know that like using it for your profile photos is a big thing. Like, you have an okay photo and then it makes these like really stylized, cool versions. And then there's some gray area of like, are they ripping off other artists? Yes, they are, unless the artist paid in to have their stuff be replicated, then yeah, it's for sure ripping it off. But that's not what I wanted to, that's a whole separate thing. Hands. Did you know that? I think everyone knows this, but I talked to somebody and they didn't know that AI doesn't do hands well. Like they can't, they're not good at drawing the hands. Like the robots haven't figured out how to do, I'm going to get that off the screen. They haven't figured out how to do hands perfectly. Like a lot of the AI will be, the images will be good, except the hands. Like the hands are throwing the AI off. DALL-E 2 trying to recreate hands. I think DALL-E 2 is like an AI model. That's a thing. AI models, right? That's how they're making this stuff. Yeah. So the robots can't draw hands. This is newscientist.com. So it's smart. There's a bunch of articles about it. I actually was gonna read some and then I didn't. Why they can't draw hands, because it's still just funny to me. I don't actually care that much like why. They'll figure it out. It's just a matter of time. But sometimes it's like this one's not subtle. Like there's too many fingers and stuff. But if you look close at some images that might be AI, sometimes the hands are a tell. There was I don't know if you can actually order this, but it's like a fake finger. So you can wear that and then have plausible deniability that like if a photo is taken of you doing something, then you can say, well, look at the hands. The hands are messed up. This is clearly AI. Don't know if that's real, but it was a meme. It's funny. Yeah, don't Google images of AI generated hands. Some of them are upsetting to look at. They're just not quite right yet. Get that out of here. All right. So here's my thing is that the AI is stealing from some artists in my very important opinion, but like eventually it'll have a better purpose, right? Like when the Gutenberg, was it Johannes Gutenberg? So he made the printing press, the letterpress printing press, I'm pretty sure. And that was a big deal, right? Because before that, all books had to be handwritten, according to one in-depth search that I just did. Before Gutenberg, 1468, all books had to be copied by hand. So before 1468, that was a whole line of work. That could be a livelihood, as writing books or copying books, whatever. I'm sure that pissed some people off. I'm sure some people were like not stoked that this guy is like making a press that's gonna replace human jobs, and we're probably like, well, how are people gonna get their books written in calligraphy if you're writing them in a press? I'm sure that there was pushback, but now you can't go and buy a handwritten book. I'm sure you can, but it's probably old or like bespoke kind of thing. So I'm just saying that, yeah, the AI is ripping some people off, but I get where they're going with it. Like I use Photoshop a bunch, and the generative fill stuff it's good. Like it's great. That's now I can spend that time doing other stuff. Granted, if I used it for like exclusively to make money doing photo touch up stuff, then I'd be worried because then other people could do it easier. But again, I got to work on having like a distilled like ending to each of these, because I feel like this is a pretty sound argument, and then it just kind of like fizzles out. So yeah, that's it. That's AI hands. And the I do want to. What does the original Gutenberg press look like? Gutenberg press original. Is that that should work, right? Let's take a look at this bad boy. Okay. Yeah. No, I could see people being super pissed when this came out, that they were like, it's new technology displacing jobs. So sounds familiar to me. I mean, I used to work in a magazine, and that was in the early 2000s, and apparently not the greatest idea. The internet got pretty big. All right, moving on. What was the All right, so I am not big on spoilers. No one's big on spoilers, but I hate spoilers. Like I'll skip watching trailers for a movie if it's something that I'm actually going to watch or show or whatever. Like those long 2.5 minute trailers, I won't watch them because I don't want to know a lot of the pivotal stuff. I'll be like, oh, that's good enough. Who's in it? Cool. It's a movie that I'll always watch if it has someone in it. What's the guy? The one that everyone likes? Whatever. So yeah, the content ratings are different now, and they'll put like really explicit stuff. Like it used to be like this.
Viewer discretion advised.
That you get that at the top of shows, and then like if it was a movie on TV or whatever, that was what you got was TVMA, and then like some language, violence, nudity, all that stuff. But now it's like really it's like gore, or there was one, I think it was on Stranger Things, where it had fear called out. How can you have fear like is a specific like content, like how, like what intense movie doesn't have fear? I don't know. I've seen a few that were really I usually gloss over some of these deep dives, and I actually did try and find a list of what the different like trigger warnings or whatever, whatever these things are called, the list of viewer discretion things for Netflix and Hulu, and I couldn't find it. So if you can find it, send it to me. But there was one that was fear, and I was like, how? Here's what gets me is that we just blanket statement violence. They'll do graphic violence, but like Punisher, the show Punisher, they show insane violence in that, like intense, like guy getting like shot in the face, and like they don't have to call out in the thing like that, guy shot in the face. In this one, it's like it's violence, but then fear is, or like tobacco use, like, oh, they're gonna watch someone smoke a cigarette in this one, or they're gonna show that. It's like, all right, I guess some people don't want to like have their kids exposed to that. It just seems really, really detailed for some things and then not detailed for others. And it's different for every like platform. I digress. I constantly am in a constant state of digression. The problem is that it spoils some episodes for me. That's my hang up. This is the episodes. It'll say something. It'll say suicide, and then it's a show where there's 10 episodes, and you're like in episode 5, and you're like, wait, so someone in this cast they're gonna off themselves, and like now you're like waiting for that to happen, and it kind of it takes me out of it. I'm like, well, I get it. Like I'm not saying to not have the warnings, but sometimes they're spoilers. I try to look to the bottom right of the corner if it's popping up, because now I'm realizing, oh, it's gonna like tell me that sexy stuff is happening in this episode, and I kind of want to just like I just want to be like taken back when it happens. I just want to be in the moment. So that's what I got. The TV ratings are really specific, and even getting more granular. Is this marieclaire.com? I don't even know. I've never heard of it, but in doing my really in-depth advanced research, this website lets you know whether a dog dies in a movie. So that I actually like that. I was going to try it out. What's a movie? All right, let's do Baba. I haven't tried this. I don't know. It just seemed like poignant. Is that the word? Sure. Babadook, great. So does the dog die? Spoiler alerts, obviously. Movie contains 64 potentially triggering events. Okay, does the dog die? For anyone who doesn't want to watch the death of the dog, don't watch from 109 to... Okay, so it does. It tells you. I thought it was going to be like a yes or no. Be like, yes, the dog does. Or it'd be like, oh, you're like, yes, the dog. So that's cool. I like niche stuff like this where it's like kind of silly, but also kind of serious, So doesthedogdie.com. There you go. That's my content warning. Whatever. I'm sorry. Okay. So this was am I uninformed? I turn this down. The Immortal Jellyfish. Does everyone know about this? I didn't know about this until like 2 days ago.
Stornii is one of the few animals that can be considered truly immortal. Jellyfish normally go through a life cycle that begins with an egg and then slowly grows to a larva. This attaches to a rock or another solid surface where it continues to grow, becoming a polyp.
All right, so it's a long-ish. Well, no, it's actually short. It's a minute. But these jellyfish can live forever. They scientists think that they could just live forever. They turn back into the polyps, and then they just start all over again. So they're potentially immortal. Why isn't that not a big deal? Why do we not really, why, or like with the lizards and stuff that can regrow tails and stuff, like why aren't we on that? Like why don't we get, it's like the recipe is right there. We see this fish. That's it. So that thing can live forever. I want that. I don't want to become a baby again. Because if it becomes a baby, does it remember everything? Because if you just relaunch yourself, but then you don't have any memories, and like, what's the point, right? Then you're just out there, but like, you don't have any of the stuff that makes you you. So I know it's a jellyfish, but like, in movies when they do the clone version where, oh yeah, you clone yourself, but the original gets destroyed. Like that means your memories are gone and it's just some other copy of you. That's not that cool. You know, it's like the rest of the people around you experience that clone as you, but you don't get it. You know, it's like someone else. Oh, just so you know, like a clone will be out there as a proxy for you, and other people will still interact with. Like, who cares if I can't remember my old stuff? You know, that makes sense to me. All right, solid logic. Last thing. Sorry again. I apologize a lot. I'm tired, but that's not a good excuse. Pickleball. Is it real? I keep hearing about pickleball for the last couple of years. I've refused to look it up. It's massive, apparently. I've literally turned my head because it's just like, I don't like, we have racquetball, we have tennis, we have ping pong. Did I already say badminton? There's so many like I think we're good on the, you know, this type of, you know, whatever netball sports, but apparently people like pickleball. So I'm finally bending the knee to the pickle and okay, what the hell is pickleball? I'm curious. Sort of.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States.
No.
In part because it has a very short learning curve.
Yeah, because it's tennis.
Brief introduction on how to play pickleball.
Because it's racquetball or tennis.
Pickleball is played on a rectangular 44-foot by 20-foot court.
That's smaller,
The court
right?
is divided into two sides by a low net.
Okay.
There are two
All right.
sidelines,
Seems like
two
tennis.
baselines, a center line on each side, as well as two non-volley lines.
Oh, so it's like
which
Foursquare.
create two non-volley zones.
Yeah, that's
that are
kinda cool, I
affectionately
guess.
called the kitchen.
The center line divides each side into two
Uh-huh.
service courts. The left service court
Right.
and the right service court.
Yeah.
Every point begins with a serve. A
I'm
pickleball
getting
serve
tennis.
must be
This
hit
is
underhand from behind the baseline.
This is tennis. It's slower
Cross
tennis.
court into the opposing team's service court.
Oh,
The serve must clear the
I'm getting
net
bored.
and not land in the kitchen. An important rule in pickleball is the double bounce
can't be
rule.
that important.
The double bounce rule says the ball must bounce once on each side before either team may start volleying the ball in the air.
Okay, so it's like
Here
it's.
is an example of the serve.
I'm good. All right, so it's modified. Again, if you're a pickleball maniac, you know, cool. It's great. You know, you're outside moving around. I'm sure I'd be terrible at it, but it just, why not play tennis? So it's a smaller court and it's slower because it has to hit the ground once before you can't just like slam it back. All right, so it's like slower tennis and on a smaller court, and you can't go in the kitchen. All right, cool. I mean, actually, like, I get it because you got in the kitchen, out of here, get him out of here, get Red out. Cool. So that's pickleball. I've heard so much about it. I don't know why I thought it would be like drastically different than, say, tennis. It's close. I mean, there you go. Like that's what I'm getting hung up on, is like, can't we just call this like tennis JV, or like, give tennis some credit. This is an offshoot or like cousin to tennis. Like, you could call it like mini tennis or older tennis. I don't know. Just, something to like tip that, like softball. Well, actually softball and baseball, because softballs aren't really that soft. Yeah. I'm stumped. All right. Pickleball wins this one. I'm not going to, maybe I'll play it. It seems interesting. I'm intrigued, All right. Come on. That's all I got. I hope that I was gonna say, I hope you have a great weekend. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I do hope you have a great weekend. What am I talking about? Yeah, have a great weekend. I'm gonna go. I don't know. What am I doing? I didn't Google an outro. Have a great weekend, everybody. But no eye contact. I can't.
No, we shouldn't.
Till next time.